Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Code with Surya Official. Today we are going to build this awesome product card section using reactjs and Tailwind CSS. On the left hand side panel, we have a main image with a preview image displayed below it. On the right hand side, you can choose a color. If you select the yellow color, the main image will change to yellow apple with a matching yellow background. Like that, if I choose to orange apple, then you can see the orange apple with the orange background. If I choose red apple, then you can see the red apple with the red background. This card is fully responsive. I'll show you in the mobile screen. So this is the desktop screen or the bigger screen. If I reduce its width, then you can see the responsiveness. So in the mobile screen, this looks absolutely awesome. So here we can change its preview also, and we can change the color as well. Okay, great. So let's check for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So here also this looks absolutely awesome. So let's check for the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. So here also this looks absolutely awesome. Okay, we can change the color, and you can see the button, everything looks great. So this is the awesome project that we are going to build today. If you are new to this channel, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you are ready, then let's get started. Now I am in the Visual Studio Code Editor. I already created a folder name is product card. Inside this folder, we are going to create our React project. In this video, we are going to create our React app by using vite. So let's go to the browser and check the official documentation for vite. So let's search for the vite. So this is the official documentation for the vite. So if I come down, you can see here scaffolding your first vite project. So I copied this command and go back to the Visual Studio Code Editor, open a new terminal and paste it here. After that, give a space, dot, press enter. So it will ask for a framework. So select a framework. So we are going to select React as a framework, and it is asking for a variant. So select a variant. It is showing two variants, TypeScript and JavaScript. I am going to select for JavaScript, press enter. So you can see in the left hand side our project is created. But if you notice in this project there is no node module file. So for that I am going to write another command npm I or npm install. So this command will create the node module for us. So in this project we are going to use Tailwind CSS. So you can see our node module is showing in the top. Okay. To run this project I am going to write npm run dev. It is showing the localhost. Copy this localhost, go to the browser, open a new tab and paste it here. So this is the React UI or React interface. Okay. So in this project we are going to use Tailwind CSS. So let's check for the Tailwind documentation. So search for tailwind.css. So this is the official documentation for Tailwind. So let's click this get started button. Here, if we click this framework guide, then you can see here in our project we already use vite for creating our app. So let's click this vite, and here it is showing how to create the React app using vite, and below there we have this command. So I am going to copy this command and go back to the Visual Studio Code Editor, create a new terminal and paste it here. So press enter. So it will install the Tailwind CSS in our React app. Okay, so after that I am going to copy this init command from here. Copy from here and go back to the Visual Studio Code Editor. Again paste it here. Okay, so it will create the configuration file. So you can see here. So this is the configuration file. And again go back to the browser, and from there I am going to copy this content. Okay, copy this line and instead of this one paste it here. So this configuration is done. So just close this one. Again go back to the browser, and in the below, so we have this Tailwind utility class. So just copy this class, and in the Visual Studio Code we have this src folder. Inside this src folder we have this index.css file. Okay, so let's remove this code and paste it here. So our configuration is done. So let's close this terminal and let's go to this app.jsx file. So in the app.jsx component, I am going to remove this all code and write rfce press enter, so it will generate this component boilerplate. So let's check for the Tailwind CSS. So the class name is bgred400. Save it and check it in the browser. So you can see the Tailwind class is applied. Okay. So let's go to the Visual Studio Code editor and remove this class and remove the text from here. So bg slate 200 main height screen, and inside this div I'm going to create a section tag, and here it is a flex box. So display flex direction is column for the mobile screen, and for the bigger screen flex direction will be row, and background color is white color, padding is 8, rounded MD, shadow also MD, max width is 5 pixel, and the gap is 12. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So you can see the section is showing in the top. Okay, but I want to display this portion in the middle of the screen. Okay, so for that I am going to write here flex box. So display flex items center, justify content center. Save it and check it in the browser. So you can see here it is. So this is a small box and it is in the center of the screen. Okay, so let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor, and here inside the section tag, let me close this window and close this terminal as well, and let me zoom it. And inside this section tag I am going to create a two section. One is left hand side section and another one is right hand side section. So in the left hand side section I'll put one image, and the right hand side section it will show the description. So let's create that two section. So I'll write a comment here. So the comment is left panel and right panel. So in the left panel I'm going to create a div, and the class name is it is a flex1 and position is relative. And inside this div I am going to create another div. Here also position is relative. Inside this div I am going to create another div. So inside this inner div I am going to show the main image. Okay, so basically this is the image container. Okay, so let's create a image tag. So img plus enter, so it will generate this image tag. Inside this src we are going to put our image file. So let's open this file. So here you can see we have this assets folder. If I extract this assets folder, you can see we have all the images file. Okay, so let's import this image file in the top. In the top I am going to import it. Import apple1 from dot slash assets slash apple1 dot png. So just copy this apple1, and instead of this string I am putting this JSX expression and paste it here, and the alternate text is apple. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So you can see this is our image. Okay, let's import all the images. So let's do it quickly. So these are the images which I imported from this assets folder. So let's continue our code. Okay, so you can see this image is too big. Okay, so let's target this image first. So for that I am going to create a class here. Width is full, max width is 350 pixel, object is content. So save it and check it in the browser. So this is the image. So let's do some styling for this container. So for that I am going to write in the parent div class rounded md bg gradient to right from red 200 via red 400 to red 500, and padding is 4, width is full and height also full. and it is a flex box, so need to write display flex, justify content center and items center. So save it and check it in the browser, so you can see. So this is the background color for this image. Okay, so let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor, and instead of this apple one, I am going to copy this green apple from here and paste it here. So instead of apple one, I am going to paste green apple here. So save it and check it in the browser. So this is the green apple. Okay, so below this main image, I am going to create the preview image here. So let's create for that one. So let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor. So after this div, I am going to create another div, and the class is bg white, padding is 4, rounded bottom md, and inside this div I'm going to create a ul tag, and inside this ul tag we have a li tag. We need 4 li, so li into 4, and inside this li tag we have a image tag. So you can see the structure is ready. So let's put the image first. So save it and check it in the browser. So you can see we have this 4 images. Okay, so this is our preview image. So let's fix this one first. So here I am going to create a class name for this UL tag. So the class is display flex. So save it and check it. So you can see all the 4 images are coming in a single line. After that I am going to write justifies between, and the gap is 2. Save it and check it in the browser. So these images are little bit big, so I'm going to reduce its width and height. So for that, let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor. So in the li tag I am going to create a class, and here width is 16 and height also 16, padding is 1, and I need to put a border here. So border, and the border color is gray 400, and rounded MD, and cursor is pointer. And if I hover this image, so the border color will be changed to border gray 600. If I hover the image, then the shadow will be changed to LG, and need to put transition here. So transition all. So save it and check it in the browser. So you can see the class is applied for the first li. Okay, if I hover, then you can see the image. Okay, so this looks fine. So I'll put the other one also. So for that, what I have to do is just copy this li tag, or you can copy the class also and paste it here. So remove this li, paste it here also, and in the last I am going to create a class for this all image. Okay, so for that, so class name, and here width is full and height also full, and object is content. Save it and check it in the browser. So you can see this looks great. Okay, so our left hand side panel is completed. So let's target for the right hand side, and the right hand side is info section. So let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor, and you can see we have this right panel. So after this comment, I am going to create a div, and the class is flex is 1. So if you can see in the top, I just put it here also. In the left hand panel, I just put it flex is 1. So the same thing I did it here as well. Right panel flex 1. Okay, and padding is 4, and inside this div I'm going to create another div, and this div is mostly for the title. Okay, so inside this div I am going to show the title. So for that I am going to write h1 tag, and inside this h1 tag the title is delicious apple. Save it and check it. So you can see this is the title. So this title is not looking good. So for that I am going to create a class here, text slate 700, text is 3XL, and font weight is extra bold. Text is center for the mobile screen, and for the medium screen, text is coming from the left. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So this looks fine. Okay, so let me check for the mobile screen as well. So you can see the text is in the center, but if I increase the size, you can see the text is coming from the left. Okay, so it is in the center. In the bigger screen, it is coming from the left hand side. Okay, great. So let's write the COD. So for that, I am going to create a p tag, and inside this p tag, COD 55999. Okay, so let's create a class for this COD, and text color will be gray 600. Okay, so save it and check it. So this is the COD. Okay, so this looks fine. Or we can do it, margin top is 2. So save it and check it. So this looks fine. Okay, so after this title, I am going to show the price. So for that, I am going to create a div. Class is text red 500, and margin bottom is 4, and inside this div I'm going to show the price here. So for that, need to create a span tag, and here, so $9.49, this is the original price, and again I am going to create another span tag, and this is the discounted price, 7.49. Okay, so this is the original price, and this is the discounted price. So for that, I'm going to create a class. Text is LG, text color will be gray 500, and font is medium. Okay, and margin top is 2. Line throw, save it and check it. So you can see this is the original price. So let's do it for the discounted price. So for that, I'm going to create another class, and the class is text 3XL, font weight is bold. So save it and check it in the browser. So this is the discounted price. Okay, so below this price section, I'm going to show the color section for selecting a color. But before that, I'm going to remove this red color and put it as a green color. So let's go to the top. In the left hand side panel, instead of this red color, I need to put green here. Green, and here also green, and this via also green. Save it and check it. So now you can see this looks great. So let's create the select color. For that, in the below, we have this right section. So after this div, I am going to create another div, and the class name is margin bottom 8, and inside this div I am going to create a s3 tag, and the text is select a color, and the class is text is small, text gray 600, and text transform uppercase, and margin bottom is 2. Save it and check it in the browser. So this is the select color text. So below this s3 tag, again I am going to create a ul tag. So ul, and inside this ul I have a li. So I need 4 li, so li into 4, and inside this li again I need to create an image tag. Press enter. So you can see we have this ul, li and image. So here it is green apple, and in the second yellow apple, hard, orange apple, and the last one is red apple. Okay, and the alternate text also same. Save it and check it in the browser. So you can see we have this all images. Okay, so let's fix this image first. So for that, in the ul tag I'm going to create a class, and the class is display flex. Save it and check it. So you can see all the images are coming in the same line. So I'm giving some gap here, gap 2. These images are not the same size. So for that I'm going to create a class inside this li, and width is 12, height also 12. I need to put some border here. So border, and the border color is gray 400, and it is a rounded. So the rounded MD, and padding is 1, and cursor is pointer. And if I hover this image, then the border color should be changed to gray 600. If I hover this image again, the shadow will be changed to LG, and need to put the transition here, so transition is all. Okay, so copy this li and paste it here. So remove this li and paste it, and remove this third li, paste it, and at the last remove this li and paste it. So save it and check it in the browser, so you can see our images are looking good. We are going to do the selecting image at the last. So first we need to cover all the design part. Okay, so below this select color I need to put some description here. So for that I am going to create a div after this div, and the class is margin bottom is 8, and inside this div I am going to create a s3 tag benefits, and the class is text is small, text gray 600, text transform uppercase, and margin bottom is 2. Save it and check it in the browser. So this is the text. Okay, so let's write some benefit here. So below this h3 tag I am going to create a ul tag, and inside this ul we have a li, and inside this li we have a image tag. So this is the structure, but below this image we need to create a span tag here. So need to write the description, and the description is apples are nutritious, and the src is, for that I need to go to the top and import it here. So import tick from dot slash asset slash tick dot png, and let's copy this tick, come back to the code, and instead of this source string I am going to remove this one and put a JSX expression and paste it here, and the alternate text also tick. Save it and check it in the browser. So this is the tick image and this is the description. Okay, so let's do some styling for this. Okay, so for that I'm going to create a class for the ul tag, list none, padding left is 0, and text color is text gray 700, and inside this li need to create a class name, and here need to write display flex and item center. Save it and check it. So this image is too big, so I need to reduce its width and height. So for that need to create a class for this image. So the class name is margin right is 2, width is 6, and height also 6. Save it and check it in the browser, so you can see this looks great. So this is the first one. For the others I just copied and pasted all the description here. Okay, so you can see the code, and let's check the UI. So this looks great. So these are the benefits for this Apple. So after this benefit section, I'm going to create a add to cart button here. So for that, I'm going back to the Visual Studio Code Editor. Below this div, I'm going to create a button, and the text is add to cart, and the class name is bgred 500, and text is white, font weight is bold, padding y is 3, and padding x is 8. Border radius here, for that rounded MD, and the box shadow is LG, and if I hover this button, background color should be changed to red 600. Okay, and width is full for the mobile screen, or for the medium screen width will be 1 by 2. So save it and check it in the browser, so you can see if I hover then you can notice the hover effect. So let's check for the mobile view as well. If I reduce its width, then you can see this looks great. This looks absolutely awesome. In the mobile screen, this looks awesome. So let's do it for the dynamic one. So if I select the yellow apple or green apple or red apple, so the background color will change and the apple color also change. So for that, let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor, and in the top I'm going to create a state variable here. So the state variable name is selected image. So const selected image comma set selected image equal to use state, and by default it is green apple. And let's create another state for the color. So const color comma set color equal to use state, by default it is a green color. So if you observe here in the left hand panel, so this is the main image. Okay, so instead of this green apple I am going to write selected image. Okay, so by default it is green apple. Here you can see by default it is green apple. So if I save it and check it, you can see still it is green apple. This looks great. So if I click this yellow apple or orange apple, it should be changed to that particular color. Okay, so for that I am going to the right hand panel, and here we have this list, select a color. Okay, we have this list. So inside this li tag I am going to create a event here, and the event name is click event. So on click, and here I am going to call a function, and the function name is change color, and here I am going to pass color. So the first one is green color, so this is the color name, and the second one is green apple, so this is the color name, and this is the image name. Okay, so let's create this change color function. Okay, go to the top, and here I'm going to create a function const change color, and it is an arrow function, and this function will take two parameter, and the parameter name is new color and the image URL. Okay, so inside this I'm going to set the color as a new color, and set the selected image as a image URL. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. If I click here, still it is not changing, just because of, so we did it for the first image, still we haven't do it for the rest of the color. Okay, so for that, if I copy this on change event and paste it for this li, and paste it for this yellow apple, and instead of green it is yellow, and it is yellow apple. For the orange we need to paste it here, or instead of green need to put orange, and here the color should be orange color, and the image should be orange apple. For the red apple, in the li I am going to paste it here, and color should be red color, and the image should be red apple. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So you can see if I select this yellow apple, then you can see the image will change to, if I click this orange, then you can see, if I click this red, you can see now I can able to change its image color. The next step is I need to change its background color as well. If I click this yellow apple, then the background color should be changed to yellow. In the left hand panel, if you notice here in the selected image, here we manually write green. So instead of this green color, so I am putting the dynamic color. So for that, first I need to remove this double quote from here and put a curly bracket and tilde, and in the last also same, remove this double quote and put a tilde and curly bracket. Now I am going to create our dynamic color. So instead of this green, I need to put color here, so dollar, and inside this curly bracket it should be color. So copy this one, and in the bhaya also remove this green, paste it here, and in the 2 also remove this green and paste it here. So save it and check it in the browser. The image is changing as well as the background color also changing. Okay, so this looks great. So let's do it for the preview image. So if I select the second image, third image, fourth image like that, so it will display here. Okay, so for that, again what I have to do is, in the top, in the left hand panel, we have this 4li. I am going to create an event and the event name is onClick event. I am going to call a function and the function name is change image, and here I'm going to pass image here, and the image name is apple1, apple1, apple2, apple3, and the last one is apple4. Okay, so for that I'm going to create this function. So here I'm going to create a function const change image, and the parameter name is image URL, and it is an arrow function. So need to change the set selected image is image URL. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So if I click here, you can see the image is changing. Okay, so this looks absolutely fine. So we can change the image as well. So let's check for the mobile screen as well. So you can see this is the desktop screen, and if I remove its width, then you can see the mobile screen as well. So in the mobile screen also this looks absolutely fine. Okay, you can see the UI is looking good. So let's check for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So this looks absolutely fine. Cool. Okay, so let's check for the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Here also this looks awesome. This is all about this video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really motivates me. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Code with Surya Official. Till then, keep smiling and happy coding. See you in the next video.